25 seconds. It doesn't seem like much time, but at Nike's Breaking 2 event in Monza, Italy, every moment counted. And 25 seconds kept this elite runner from breaking the last great barrier in the sport, a sub-2-hour marathon.
Although I missed my target, I will be leaving here a happy man, and I'm now going to think of what to do next.
Kipchoge is one of 3 world-class runners that Nike selected and helped train for 7 months leading up to the attempt. While he ran the 26.2 miles in just 2 hours and 25 seconds, faster than any other marathoner in history, the event wasn't sanctioned, which means that the world record still stands at 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 57 seconds. But the team at Nike is calling it a success.
I want to take just a moment and just digest and just reflect on the incredible achievement that we've just witnessed.
If you look at the social media in particular building up to this, people were saying you simply can't take those sorts of chunks from world records. So to go nearly 2% faster in a single leap today is extraordinary, and I think it puts sub-2 very much on the near horizon now.
So besides the raw talent involved, how did they get as close as they did?
When you control for every little thing and you optimize every little thing, these marginal gains do add up. They do add up to something much more impressive than you might have otherwise expected.
So the things that we attempted to optimize in today's attempt were the environmental conditions. So we deliberately selected this part of the world at this time of year, at this time in the morning, to get what we think is the ideal environmental conditions. So we wanted about 10 to 12 degrees C, and we pretty much got that. I think we were on about 11 at the time of the start. We had good cloud cover, so there was no radiant heat. The humidity was about 80%, which is slightly higher than we wanted, but it's still not enough to impede performance. I think the whole environmental conditions were good, and it was still, that was crucial as well. There was no wind whatsoever as far as I could sense. We also optimized the track. It's a really fast course. You know, the athletes like the tarmac underfoot. They feel like it's a fast surface. There were no twists and turns, there were no hills. It was totally flat, sweeping bends. So those were 2 crucial components. We helped the athletes as much as we could as well. We obviously assessed them physiologically to begin with. We looked at what their strengths and weaknesses were. We worked very closely with them and with their coaches. We were able to offer advice, which was taken, which I think brought the athletes to the race in their best possible condition.
And of course, the athletes sported state-of-the-art Nike apparel, including the new ultra-lightweight Vaporfly Elites, which Nike claims could make runners 4% more efficient.
You know, it is a special shoe. I've run in it, and all the athletes love it, and I've no doubt that contributed to the improved performance that we saw today.
And the final innovation, surrounding the runners with a team of rotating pacers to protect them from the wind. But they couldn't control everything. For one, the ideal climate they were counting on wasn't perfect. A variable of 1 or 2 degrees can slow a runner down dramatically, and it was 3 degrees warmer and 9% more humid than some trainers had hoped. And weather wasn't the only thing that may have hindered the performances.
I think if I was to look at all the stuff that we did and what worked perfectly and what didn't, like temperature wouldn't be on that list. But there's some things that keeping track of timing and keeping track of pacing just a tad better through some of the middle of the race would have helped us out a little bit.
I was always going to be really upset if people thought this was a failure. You know, the goal was to try to break 2 hours, but you can't underestimate the size of the achievement.
While they didn't beat the 2-hour mark, for Nike it was about proving that a human is simply capable of breaking that barrier.
I think it shocked the world what we did this morning. It shocked the athletics community, and I think runners will think in a different way. They'll think maybe Elliot won't do it, maybe I could do it.
You're trying to inspire a situation where there's lots of people trying to do this, right? You think about after Bannister broke the 4-minute mile and how quickly that record came down in the following months afterward.
3 minutes 59 and 4/10 seconds.
Today I have learned that impossible is possible. Now we are only 25 seconds away.
Today we